Hey guys, how's it going? What a perfect song. I love this song, and it's so perfect. This is like one of Madonna's oldies but goodies, but this is one of my favorite songs because it's such great words. Anyway, please forgive me. Let's do a group hug. Do you like my new nail polish? It's for the holidays. Mr. Flo, there you go. Remind me to tell you some stuff about Jenny Lynn in a second. I have so much to tell you, gosh. Long story short, guys, I'm not going to get into the details, but this week was one of the worst weeks I've had almost in my whole life. My mom was in the hospital. I had some devastating change of events with my business. I have to really start all over with a lot of stuff because one of the investors I was working with decided literally at the very last minute to rescind a lot of his offers. So, and don't get me wrong, you guys, nobody owes anybody anything. So, you know, you always have to keep in mind that things really, until you have something in your hand, you always have to think about that in business. You know, my first boss in my first sales job would always go, until you have the check in your hand, it's not done. And I used to hate it. I'm like, of course it's done. But no, it's not. And you just have to be able to be willing to, when crap happens, for lack of a better word, you've got to be able to bounce back. And that's like my life philosophy. It's like, crap is gonna happen, people. Life is gonna happen. It's how you bounce back. And I just refuse to let this stop me. It's been a devastating week. I was supposed to be in New York this week right now, you guys, for the Wine and Food Festival. I wasn't able to go. Did I already mention, you know, my mom was in the hospital. So that in and of itself was highly stressful, and she's fine. She's okay. But it was crazy, and you know, everything changed this week. Everything that was going in one direction is now going in another direction, and you just have to really sometimes regroup. And honestly, just the very last thing that I wanted to do was to get in front of this camera. Not only because I didn't feel well, but two, I just kind of felt like I'd be in such a bad mood. I'd just be sitting here like this. See, I actually don't like to frown because that brings me that much closer to needing Botox. Right now, I rely on this stuff to keep the skin. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting those needles stuck in wherever we can, honey. I'm all about it, okay? When the time is right, which is getting closer by the second. So, as you can see, it's Saturday. What am I in? I'm in my workout clothes because I'm scared to say this. This, honestly, seriously, I know this sounds funny. Like, I'm literally going, did I work out this week? I mean, it was such a blur. There was something that happened literally every single day. There's a very good chance that I know I worked out on Sunday. I might not have worked out for 5 days in a row. And you know what? I was like, I don't care because I'm exhausted. I've been back and forth from here and there dealing with the business stuff, attorneys' offices, my mom, family, all of this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I hate it. I just literally, I was mentally and physically exhausted. And was I sick? It's a blur. This week is a blur. So anyway, that's what I did today is I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say I'm waiting until Sunday to start it. I'm getting in my workout clothes and I'm going to crush a killer workout a little bit later this morning. And that's it. You know, regroup, reevaluate, and start new projects or start new projects in a new way. That's what you got to do. There's an answer for everything. It's just a matter of if you choose to look for it, you know? Wow, that sounded really deep and profound. Very deep and profound. Right, actually what I really need to focus on is going tanning, dear God. But tonight we're getting our first freeze in Chicago. Isn't that exciting? It's about as exciting as getting my period every month. So, anyway, but what's really funny is back on my deck, I should film it again. I love my deck. I absolutely love to sit out there. I mean, it's like nature central. There's trees all over it's just, I live in a really beautiful neighborhood full of like, you know, big trees. And I go and sit out there in the morning and I have my quiet time with my coffee and there's squirrels and chipmunks and seriously, I live in like a bird jungle. I love birds. But at my old house, I used to have lots of bird feeders because like some people it's relaxing to watch fish. For me, it's relaxing to watch birds because they can't even talk. Well, that doesn't make sense. They can talk, they can't. I really have no idea what point I was making there about the birds, but they're cool and they're cute and they make me wonder about things like, do they miss not having arms? You know, I mean, imagine like going through your life. That's really mean, because what if somebody's watching my blog and they don't have arms? Then they think I'm making fun of them, but I'm not. I'm talking about birds. But I just wonder, like, we can't do anything without our arms. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's so many birds out there. Like the other morning I was going out there were like 20 robins out there. And robins are supposed to be like gone this time of year, but I think it's the whole like, you know, what's the effect I'm talking about? The global warming? Seriously, there's like 20 robin redbreasts out there. And I have a lot of cardinals, a lot of woodpeckers, bunny rabbits this morning. They're so cute. And I also have deer in my backyard. And it's just nice to be able to look at deer. Not like when I was married to my ex-husband, who was always talking about eating them because he was a hunter. So every time we saw a deer, he was like, oh. For now I can actually look at deer and go, oh, and not worry that someone wants to take out a rifle and, you know, make beef jerky out of it. Anyway, so I hope you guys had a really good week. This is a vlog full of nothing today. I'm not on my A game, but I really do like this new color, don't you? So we'll be back to normal this week. And what I wanted to ask you about Jenny Lynn is I have got to get my booty down there and work with Jenny. You know, she just announced her retirement, but I'd love to get your feedback in the comments. You can leave comments now, but let me know if you can tell me. What we're doing is we're going to be creating a whole slew of, I mean, really just products that are going to be about, you know, offering her expertise in training for a competition, in getting, you know, really buff, obviously. But what questions would you like to have answered in these? We're gonna have a series of DVDs, some workout programs, varying in intensity. Maybe one for, you know, beginners, one for intermediate, and one for those that are like really ahead of their games and getting ready for competition. Specific ones about posing and whatever. But what are the things that you'd like to see? What questions do you have about diets for competition training? For just, you know, getting in competition shape, if you will. Anything that you'd like to have be included in some of these videos. And then also in these ebook series, we're going to be working on an ebook series. So I have to get my butt down and hang out with Jenny for maybe a month or so and have her whip my sorry butt into shape too. I'm scared about that already. But anyway, give the feedback, let us know, because we want to create stuff that's going to be really awesome. And obviously, who better to learn from than Jenny? I mean, my gosh, she's been doing this for how many years? And obviously just clearly knows what she's doing. So pass that on to me, and I'll keep you posted when I'm going to be down there. And I'm just so psyched about it. It's awesome. She's awesome. You're awesome. We're all awesome. Ah! So when the going gets tough, the tough get tougher. When life hands you lemons, you make an uber kick-ass lemonade stand. That's it. And you sell out everybody on the block. At least that's what I choose to do. See you guys later.